Hey guys, so this is my final follow-up with the amazing TMS treatment I got over at Kind. I took a little bit longer to process how I felt and the after effects because my initial plan was to get a 1 week follow-up, but I felt like I was still sort of in recovery at that point. The treatment was a little bit more intense than I thought, which of course that's what I expected. It's a 10-hour, like 1 day treatment, whereas in the past, this type of treatment has only been offered over 40 days. And then they tried a 5 day treatment, which was super intense. So 1 day is definitely intense. So I think my feedback is, number one, this is incredible. This has the ability to increase your neural activity, your brain performance, break through emotional stagnation within that center of the brain, and unlock happiness for you. The second big thing is that this is totally safe. While my personal fears of messing around with my brain or whatever absolutely were in play, it turns out that this is very safe and there's literally no risk of side effects. There probably are some very, very rare edge cases, but in general, this is something that you can go in and do in the United States of America that's safe. There's no drugs, there's no cutting, there's nothing crazy, and you can have incredible lasting impacts. Now, what else can help you with brain performance like that? Especially if you're a veteran and you're suffering with TBI, like what are the options out there? There's really nothing compared to this. So I would say that how I feel finally, having been about a month or so since treatment, is that this has really unlocked a lot of sort of emotional connection. In the beginning, I felt a surge of emotion. There was a lot of different things going on in my head, but there's no question that this unpacked a lot of potentially sort of like stagnant capability within the emotional processing center of my brain. A lot of times what people come in for this treatment for is depression, suicidality, anxiety, sleep-related issues. And they come in and they do this treatment and they're leaving with a tremendous amount of relief. And I've had multiple of my friends, male and female, that have gone in for TMS treatment and come out, gone in potentially with suicidal thoughts and come out with happiness and joy for life. So I think this is really positive. I didn't have any negative side effects. It was definitely an intense process. And the one thing that if I were to do this again, I would plan a lot more time and space for myself to just recover. Like I plan nothing. I plan, team guying it up. I plan nothing. And so I think I probably would give myself a little bit more space and time for recovery. But other than that, I think this is probably one of the most important things that people can look at, especially veterans with TBI and maybe PTSD. This is one of the most important treatments that people should be looking at because it's not getting you hooked on drugs. It's not cutting your head open. It's not any of these invasive surgeries. And you don't have to go to Mexico or Jamaica and do one of the other crazy type of therapies that people are recommending these days, which not to take anything away from those, but I think this is a great option. And so I want to leave people with that if you're considering a 1 day TMS treatment option, definitely this is brand new and cutting edge, but it's safe. You could have potentially incredible effects coming out of this, and I recommend it. So thank you, Dr. Nanos, and thank you with the Kind team. This was a great experience, and I'm just praying for a lot of healing with a lot of our veterans and first responders out there. Thank you.